Willie D Live.
What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you represent. Throw up your flag. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now on YouTube so you can get your notifications after I drop a video like this. You dig? I'll let a few hundred of y'all come in, then I'm going in. And in the meantime, in between time, I am going to play this video so you can see Donald Trump, your president, bugging, straight up bugging. This dude is incorrigible. Check him out.
You know that I won an election in a landslide, and I got 94% bad press.
But, Mr. President,
you know why I got that? Because you have no credibility.
But you've never presented evidence that it was rigged. Let's keep talking about, I want to talk about Todd
You
Blanche.
have more evidence. There's more evidence than ever presented.
Let's talk about...
Your elections in this country, we're like a third world country.
But, sir,
your elections are crooked, and you're crooked, and Meet the Press is crooked, and so is ABC, and CBS, and CNN.
But, Mr. President...
You're one-sided crooked networks. All right, let's call it quits, because I've had enough. Thank you, darling. Have a good time.
Mr. President, let's please. I traveled all the way to Wisconsin.
I've sat in the rain with you.
I know.
I've sat in the rain with you for an hour, on and off in the rain, and I've given you enough time. You ought to straighten out your press, because you know what?
Mr. President,
a country can never be great with a dishonest
Listen,
press.
we traveled all the way to Wisconsin for this interview.
Salute, before I go any further, to Aaron Parnas, who does some incredible work keeping us updated on what's going on with this guy in the Oval Office who's masquerading as a dignitary. Yeah, fam, so here's the deal. Donald Trump can't stand pressure. He's not that dude. I keep telling y'all, Donald Trump has been protected by his money and privilege his entire life. He's never had to deal with pressure. I don't believe that Donald Trump could survive real pressure. This is just this was just an interview. This is what the president of the United States does. They do interviews all the time. They're always talking because everybody wants to know the state of the union. They want to know what's going on, what the president thinks about this, and what the president is doing to move the country forward. So these are conversations that are supposed to be had. They're expected to be had. Tough questions are expected to be given, but Trump, for some reason, he's the first president in history of presidents that I know of that really, really gets incensed when somebody asks him a tough question. Typically, if somebody asks you a tough question, you just answer the question or you refuse to answer the question, or you do some type of mental verbal gymnastics, right, to get around it. But not Trump. He just insults the interviewer. You're stupid. Your bosses are stupid. ABC, NBC, you're stupid. CNN, you're all stupid. Da, 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 da. Yeah, da, 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 yeah. And they say women are emotional. Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how they talk about how women are emotional. And let's face the facts. In general, women are emotional, but they have good reason. You know, they have menstrual cycles, and they bring life. You know, they have a different biological setup than we do. So men do. So yeah, it's a little different. So, but what about the men? What about the men who are emotional? See, men who are emotional don't get the pass. They say, I hear people talk about all the times how women shouldn't be police officers and women shouldn't be presidents and da da da. But this is what I want to know. This is what I want to know. In the United States, how many women led us into war? Can anybody answer that? How many women are responsible for invading a country? How many women are mass shooters in America? How many of the mass, 173 so far today, 173 mass shootings in America, how many were committed by women? See, a lot of times when men aggression gets mislabeled as masculinity. No. What we're dealing with is a nation of emotionally wrecked men, emotionally bankrupt men. Donald Trump, he's the one who is responsible for the conditions of this country right now. He's the one who takes all the credit when things go well, which they seldom do. He should take all the credit when things go bad. Just like in your house. When things go well, you take the credit. This is if you're a responsible person. When things go bad, you accept the blame. Even if it's not all on you. Even when your kid do something wild or crazy to disrespect, to dishonor the family name, you like, hell no. You try to straighten that out because you don't want the embarrassment. This is if you're a responsible parent, which most of you are that's listening right now. I know my subscribers are responsible parents, but those of you who are parents. But others, they don't like the idea of taking responsibility because they think they're special. They have a sense of entitlement. Trump has a sense of entitlement. He thinks he's special. He thinks that the rules don't apply to him. That woman, Kristen Welker, she said that she came all the way to Wisconsin to do that interview with him. And he walked out on her. He walked out on the interview because he couldn't stand the pressure. Say what you want about women. And you can find flaws in both genders. You can find flaws in women. But I submit to you that you can find many of those same flaws in men, and perhaps even more. Every single war we've engaged in, men have led the charge. Men have said, let's do it. Let's go. Men. So all of your relatives who have been killed at war, any of you that's listening to me who has lost a limb in the military while fighting America's wars, who've lost a limb, lost an eye, lost an ear, lost your mind. Men did that, not women. Men did that. All of these police shootings that are going on, 99.9% of them are male officers killing. They are out of control. They have no control of their emotions. They have no conflict resolution skills. They are bankrupt of compassion. No moral compass. Men. This dude is the president of the United States of America. And he can't stand the pressure of an interview. You already know the questions. You know what questions are going to be asked. You already know what questions are going to be asked. Why you can't just answer the questions? Or just say, moving on. Why do you have to insult the interviewer? Because he knows he's wrong. He knows he's lying. He knows the jig is up. That's what that's about. I'm going to give a few shout outs, fam, and then I'm going to shut it down. What's up, DJ? What's up? What it look like? What's up? Lonely therapy. Okay. D. Thomas, what's up? Donna C. Rogers. JD. What is that? Jado Collectibles Online. JDO Collectibles Online. Okay, Boss Man Cuddy. What's up, Boss Man Cuddy? Maxwell Brisk. Okay. Lonely. DD, what's up? What's up with you, DeAndre? Frederick Simon. What's up? Cinderella 23 Queen. I see you. Eric Goodlow. Goodlow. That's a dope name right there. Goodlow. That would have been my name. I would have went by Goodlow. Goodlow. That's unique. Let's see. Big Whoa. What's up? What's up? Wynn Walker. Keith McGee. What's up, Keith? Okay, fam, that's my time. I appreciate y'all joining the live. I told y'all this one would be short. I just wanted to bring this to y'all and remind y'all of who's on Pennsylvania Avenue representing you. It's my time, fam. Enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. No more talk.